living. Now, what I do, it makes me a good amount of money. It gets me in newspapers. It gets me recognized. So what, so what, so what? That's how I make a living. I love the work I do. You should love the work you do because the vast majority of people don't, okay? But there's only one way to be alive. And here's where I close with you guys. There's only one way to be alive. And that is to get on and stay on that yellow brick road. Why? Because the yellow brick road, it takes you to places, guys, you can't fathom. You drop out of high school, and as a high school dropout, there's no way that you should be in this position or doing this or doing that. That yellow brick road puts you into contact with people and characters that you would never meet otherwise. Like a woman named Linda I met in 2016 in Cleveland, Ohio on my voiceover workshop tour. And see, Linda had been trying to do voiceover work for 30 years. So think about that. For 30 years. And she came into the studio in which I was working there in Cleveland, working with students. And she hugged me afterwards and she said, I've been waiting for you for 30 years. I've been waiting for someone like you for 30 years to help me. And this is why I'm so adamant about getting on this yellow brick road, because it's not just about making a living. It's about changing lives. You change lives on that yellow brick road. And that's the key. Me walking on that yellow brick road led me to meeting you guys today through Belinda. So when you find what you love and you get on that yellow brick road, you create your own path. Can you have a good life making a living based on what you're good at? Yes. But get this. I believe your generation, is the generation, is maybe the first generation in history that cares the least about making a living and cares the most about being alive. Think about that. How do I know that? How many of you follow the NBA or follow sports? What did a lot of the athletes do after a lot of the social injustices that took place last year? What did they do? They said, to hell with sports. We're not playing tonight. Everybody remember that? LeBron James, Antetokounmpo, list goes on and on. Bubba Wallace in NASCAR.
I heard about it.
Yeah, right? These guys basically said, look, we can make all the money playing ball, doing this, driving races, hitting balls in baseball parks. We don't care about that anymore. We want to be heard. It's a big word here. That's the zeitgeist of your generation. That's why your generation is best poised to really make a difference in people's lives. Because you're the generation that actually cares the most about truly being heard. That's why I want to get you guys on that yellow brick road to purpose. That's the reason for this. Now, look, the yellow brick road is not some road where you're immune to anything bad happening. It will test you. It will break you. It will lead you to tears and some of life's most heartbreaking moments. And listen, I'm writing a book now called The Tears I Cry. So all of you who, I believe it was you, Stephanie, all of you who have dealt with some really devastating things and tragic moments and bad times in your life, you've come to the right source. Because I told you guys the story of my oldest daughter's mother passing in 2009. Well, this past September, courtesy of COVID, my other daughter, her sister, lost her mother. You ready for this? Same way. She drops to the floor in her house, ends up in the hospital, brain dead for a couple of days. I just experienced this in 2009. This was deja vu all over again. Her mom died at the age of 47. So I've got my two biological kids in this world have lost their moms, both the same way. And yet, I stay marching on that yellow brick road. So I know pain. And that's why I said my story is with all that I've accomplished, with all that I still do, with all the renown I have, I've got incredible stories of pain. My older daughter lost her brother, 11 years old, in 2018. This was her brother on her mother's side. Hung himself at age 11. So think about this. She lost, my oldest daughter lost her mother, 2009. Then her little brother, her youngest brother, 2018, to suicide. He hung himself, age 11. So I know a lot of pain, y'all. And that's why I'm saying this yellow brick road won't be painless. It won't be painless. But you have to get on it. You have to stay on it. I'm here because I want you on that road. That's the reason I said to Belinda, yeah, let's do this. The wizard requires it. And someday when I run into y'all at a mall or at a restaurant, or we exchange emails and get to know each other a bit, I don't want y'all first thought of me to be, oh yeah, I remember him, the actor, the singer, oh, that voiceover guy, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You know, the great Bill Withers once said, most people don't care who you are. Most people, think about that. Most people don't care who you are. Doesn't matter how successful you are, how low at the totem pole you are. Most people don't care who you are. Most people will remember, though, how you make them feel. And the only way you can make people feel, as y'all say, some kind of way, some kind of good way, is when you feel alive. When you feel alive. That's why I need you on that yellow brick road. Welcome. Welcome.